Prominent Canada outlet Australia Today, a prominent media outlet for the Indian diaspora in the Australian, has raised serious concern after its social media pages and accounts were blocked in Canada. The restriction followed the airing of a press conference featuring India's External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar and Australia's Foreign Minister Penny Wong, which sparked tensions between Canada and India. The managing editor of the Australia Today has issued a statement and expressed gratitude to those who supported the outlet amid media blackouts. He has made it abundantly clear that despite all the challenges, their motto has and continue to be to remain free press, transparency and accuracy. All right, viewers, joining me live on the broadcast is Australian Today Editor-in-Chief Jitharth J. Bhardwaj. I appreciate you speaking to me, sir, on the broadcast, and thank you for giving your time to NewsX. What exactly do you feel has, at this point of time, been such a prominent reason for this kind of a blackout?
And fellow democracy, Canada trying to curtail the voice of press is unprecedented and it's shameful at the same time. I feel issues, diverse voices should be listened to, should be understood and should be discussed in press with all the freedom it can have. What Canada has done is probably not in the spirit of democracy which we live in the West.
And also, sir, the more emphasis actually is over how did you come to know about such of a blackout? Because I believe that there would have been any signs in case in the past as well.
See, we have no indication earlier that something like this can come up. However, the day we were in the Federal Parliament of Australia, there was a press conference between India's External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar and our Foreign Minister Penny Wong. I was covering that and I asked a simple question: what has happened in Canada a couple of days back, attack on Hindu temples by Khalistan supporters. Both of them forthcomingly replied to my question. That was the chunk of 2.5 minutes which we have put on our social media accounts, including Facebook. It was going viral. A lot of people were responding from Canada on that piece of information. And in a few hours' time, I got some opportunities to interview India's External Affairs Minister as an Australian news outlet and Australian journalist. And I took that opportunity and we had an interview of around 7 minutes something. When we posted that interview on Facebook, it also started doing, there were a lot of response on that Facebook page. Canadian followers were also sending us messages and responding to it. However, in like 40 minutes or so, we started getting messages that we can't see. Have you taken down this interview? And we didn't. We checked what is happening. And somebody sent us a screenshot saying that this content cannot be viewed in Canada as per Canadian government's orders on legislation XYZ, whatever it was. So we inquired further with few other people and everyone said that, yes, we are getting this notification. And that's how we came to know that our content, our interview with Indian External Affairs Minister and the press conference content has been banned or restricted in Canada. This was unfortunate. This was very surprising also for us that Canadian government will do this way. I'm not sure why they did it. They didn't like the content. They didn't like Indian External Affairs Minister or Australian Foreign Minister talking about the situation of Hindus in Canada. I can't say much about that, but what I can say is our content was not being viewed in Canada by our followers.
So if I do believe and understand the kind of conduct in which you are saying you came to know, I believe then it was blocked even before it was broadcasted in Canada.
Sorry, say that again. I didn't get it.
Mr. Bhardwaj, what I'm essentially asking is that before it could even be broadcasted in Canada, the content and the interview was blocked.
See, I suppose for 40 minutes or so, interview was visible in Canada. However, after 45 minutes or something, our followers notified us, now we can't see it. So initially it was seen in Canada and then it was blocked.
And as bizarre and unprecedented as it sounds, Mr. Bhardwaj, has any justification been given to you from the Canadian government or the authorities in the information group or the department there over why the in Australia Today interview was essentially blocked?
Not as yet. We haven't heard anything from the Canadian government. If we come to know anything, I'll notify you. But what I'm understanding is they are trying to block all news channels on their meta platforms, and they took this action on us after seeing that our news content was making difference in public opinion in Canada. So that's what justification probably comes to mind at this point in time.
As massive as a crackdown, it sounds like, has there been an effort from your end to reach out to seek a clarification or to even knock on their doors as to why such action has even been taken at this point of time?
See, we have written to Canadian Ministry for Communication why it has been done. Let's wait what they say to us. Probably it's not there right now. Once they wake up, they might respond to our email. If they do, we'll update the story.
So you're saying that the effort to reach out to them to seek clarification and clarity, in fact, over the kind of actions they have taken without any justification, it has been done when the block happened.
Yes.
Okay. All right, sir. Also, what we need to understand that what comment from the External Affairs Minister, S. Jaishankar, seems to have rattled the Canadian authorities, in your opinion?
I mean, it's very hard to pinpoint on one thing. Mr. Jaishankar, Minister Jaishankar was very forthcoming in his opinion. He pointed us towards the statement on X given by Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, and he said that the highest office of India has talked about the situation in Canada, and I would like to tell you that it is as important as it can be in terms of how we feel. The important part of the conversation was that he told us that he has talked about this situation with our foreign minister Penny Wong, and probably that's where I suppose Canadian government got spooked, or they didn't want this to go to their own people, so that's why probably the ban or restriction happened.
What I can essentially understand is that it is a crackdown to curb the public opinion that was being shaped by the kind of comments and remarks that were made by the two global leaders. And also, sir, yes.
Absolutely. See, Indian or Australian or any other country's foreign affairs minister are a strong voice, and they should be heard. Those views can be diverse from or different or of unliking of mine or yours, but those views are to be heard, and you can analyze, you can debate about them, you can talk about them, you can say I don't like it, I don't stand by those comments, but those comments cannot be banned or suppressed the way Canada has done.
Sir, NewsX is also being telecast in Canada. Is there a specific message after this entire crackdown that you would like to give to the Canadian authorities and the viewers who are listening to you at this point of time? And you yourself have very courageously given out a message that you want to maintain transparency and free press freedom.
Definitely. See, we are open for Canadian authorities to be interviewed on our platform. We are happy to interview the Prime Minister of Canada. We are happy to ask him questions which probably he should be answering. We would love to ask him those questions, and we would love to ask him why and this crackdown on freedom of press is appropriate in Western democracy. How can he justify these actions of his government? These are the questions I would love to ask him. And the message to Canadian multicultural community members is that we will keep on asking questions. We will keep on doing the stories which matter to them.
Is this also going in the direction of you possibly being the first one to raise the voice against such blackouts and such kind of efforts in curbing the freedom of the press when we are looking at this point of time? Because if such an incident has happened, it has the possibility of arising it for the next time. In fact, at the behest of the decisions that can be seen very much in perspective by the Canadian authorities.
Let me tell you one thing. The Canadian authorities are acting in such a way. Just almost for last 1.5 years, the Sikh for Justice, Gurpat Singh Pannu, has been issuing direct threats to us. He has been putting pictures of my team, my editors, reporters. He's putting our pictures and asking his followers to take action, and he's just showing a gun sign on that. We have informed Canadian authorities about all this, and they have taken no action. So it seems that Canadian authorities are at the moment bending to a certain point of view and favoring that. And I don't see, unless there is a drastic change in Canadian government's point of view, I don't see any change there.
Of course, what seems to be there as an open secret is that the Canadian authorities are turning a blind eye to these extremist incidents and also these acts of violence. But since you are an Australian-based broadcaster, have you also registered this matter with the Australian authorities and the information department there? Because right now you have only revealed that your own staff and colleagues and people working in the telecast have been attacked and been given threats by the Canadian authorities.
Yeah, we have notified all these threats and everything. Even the Australian Federal Police has been notified, and Australian Home Affairs Minister, the previous Home Affairs Minister, she was notified and she took action. We were kind of advised on our safety by Australian authorities, how to be, and the Press Council has also taken note of this. A lot of things were going behind the scene to make sure our team is safe. However, right now, in terms of Canadian government taking this crackdown on our website, I haven't heard anything from Australian government. I hope I do hear something about it.
So one last thing that I want to ask you before I let you go is that what exactly is your take on the recent incidents which you in fact are facing at this point of time in the fight for the freedom of press?
See, we will keep on doing what we should be doing. That's raising the issues which matter to people. These cult communities, these multicultural communities, they are left out. Their voices are left out from mainstream media, but we will raise them. We will bring them forward, even if we have to face whatever ban restrictions by these autocratic leaders like Justin Trudeau. We don't care. We are not afraid of them. We will talk truth to these powerful people, powerful politicians, but we will bring out those voices, those stories which matter. And especially Indian Australian diaspora, globally, we will bring out their stories which matter to them, and nobody, I stress on this, nobody can suppress these stories.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.